that's Tate. Yeah, that's Tate. Come on in. Come on in. Let me close the door. Come on. Okay. All right, we're back. All right, let me go sit down. Okay, I don't have a bottle. I'm sorry. All right, let me sit down. I'm sorry, I don't have a bottle. Okay. So, woo, who's stinky? Oh my goodness. Woo! Somebody has some toots. All right. I'm gonna give a full update here. All right, good. We got a CC'er. Thanks, Nell. All right. So I'm going to start my update now. No, it was Prairie. She's pooping now. It was Prairie that had the tutors. Okay. So on Tuesday, one of our new snugglers accidentally stepped on Griffin's leg. She stepped backwards without looking down and stepped on him. It was a complete accident, of course. But I have since talked to her several times very strongly, letting her know how serious it is, and you know, that's been dealt with. But the consequence of that is that Griffin started limping Tuesday night, and what I was hoping was maybe just a little bit bruise or something like that, and that would go away. Didn't. So 2 days, here we are 2 days later, and it seemed that his limping actually got even worse today. And so I made an appointment this morning to take him to urgent care, and we just got back from that. So at urgent care, Griffin had some x-rays taken, and the doctor, was able to feel his leg and the joints and everything. It's definitely swollen. That's for sure. The x-rays, so kitten x-rays, kittens are, obviously growing at a rapid rate, and so their bones are very soft. They're kind of fluid, as we joke around about, kittens being liquid, but they truly are. They have very soft bones because they're growing, and they're growing so quickly. X-rays on a kitten, the way that Dr. Josh explained it, it can look like they have a million broken bones because there's so much space between each bone, intentionally, so that they can grow correctly. So he cannot say with 100% certainty, just because of, like I said, that kitten bones under an X-ray are kind of crazy to look at anyway. But it does appear that one of his growth plates is fractured. Now, it's possible that the swelling that's happened in his arm has actually, the extra fluid that has now accumulated in there has actually pushed the growth plate. And that with time, so this is sort of the best case scenario. With time, once the swelling starts to go down, the growth plate will go back go back to the place it's supposed to be. That sort of best case scenario is that there's nothing actually fractured, and it just looks that way because of the swelling and pushing this growth plate. So we can all hope for that. Like, there's no way that we can conclusively say whether that's the case right now or not, but we can all just hope that that's the case. So collectively, let's just, say that there's, hope that there's nothing broken. More likely scenario, though, is that he does have a fracture on his growth plate, and there are different things that can happen. So what can happen in his arm, possibilities are one side of the growth plate, he has two that are coming down his arm. One might actually grow faster than the other one, which means that his limb could grow and start twisting out to the left. Or the other growth plate could grow a little faster, which would mean his leg would start twisting to the right. Those are possibilities. If that started to happen, there is surgery that is, potentially possible for him if that starts happening. There's nobody, we can't say whether that's actually going to happen or not. These are just, things that are possible. Worst case scenario is, and this is sort of what made me clutch my chest, is it is a possibility that he would need his leg amputated. Now, of course, that's like worst case scenario. His growth plates do not grow correctly. He ends up with something that really is going to affect his quality of life. That is just something that's not very likely, but it's a possibility. So, and sort of worst case scenario. So there's not a lot that we can say. We can't predict how this is going to heal. We can't predict even how long it's going to take to heal. But this is why I said, this is not, this wasn't good news. The thing that, I think what's even harder is how we're going to treat him right now. And this is going to be really hard for all of us to accept and to watch, because what he is required to do is stay on bed rest, complete bed rest, for the next month. Dr. Josh wants us to treat... Oh, wait, hold on. Hello? Hi. Good. Yes. Yes. I'm the one who was there with you tonight. Yeah. Yeah. No, but can you email like a summary? Okay, that would be perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's all right. Okay. Jen, Jen, at kitkatplayroom.com. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. Yep. You got it. Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. All right. Thank you so much. Bye. Okay, sorry. That was Dr. Josh. He's emailing me over a summary of everything we talked about. So, part of it, again, when I don't have the like technical terms, when he's telling me technical terms, I need to see it written down to really be able to remember it. So he has to stay on bed rest. We're treating it as if it is broken. And so he is going to be put in a 1x1 playpen. He's not allowed anything to climb on. He's not allowed any toys. And he's not allowed to like play or run around or be with his any other kittens for a month. We go back February, I don't remember the date, in the beginning of February. So this is going to be really tough to watch, you guys. I know that Robin's here. She's going to set up the 1x1 in here. It's going to be put in front of the radiator. We'll try to keep the cam, so that you'll be able to see him within the play area. We'll turn the cam a little, so you should be able to see him through the plastic. But it's going to be hard to watch. I mean, this is just something that we're all going to have to when Binks had his bed rest and he had to stay in a cage, he at least was allowed, recess time. But Griffin isn't even permitted recess time. The snugglers are allowed to hold him. They can cuddle him. But they can't, put him down to let him run around. I think that, there is, of course, with having these kittens getting older and they're starting to climb, there's a possibility that especially our big jumpers like Prairie and possibly Summit might scale the fence and climb into his area. And I'm really not concerned about that. Honestly, if they climb in there and they want to snuggle with him and take a nap with him, that's fine. We're not going to like go crazy, if they get inside there. He's just not allowed to like be out in this main area where he could start running around. So he is on pain meds. He got injectable pain meds before we left. So those should start kicking in for him very shortly. And he gets pain meds twice a day starting tomorrow. So, we want him to be, we don't want him to be in pain. But we don't want him to be like totally knocked out because, we don't want him like using his leg to start trying to climb and stuff. So, at least he won't be on, in like any kind of incredible pain. So I think that, he goes back in a month. In a month, Dr. Josh will take x-rays again to compare. We'll see at that point, if there's been improvement. We'll see if there's any chance of his legs twisting. We'll just be able to compare both sets of images and get a better sense of how he's doing. In a month, right now he's too young for inflammatories, but in a month, if he still seems like there's swelling, then he should be big enough for some inflammatories at that point. So that's mostly it right now. A month of bed rest, pain meds, and we go back in a month. All right, so what questions have I missed? No, there's no cast. There's no splints, nothing like that that's on his legs. No, there was no laser therapy. What are you guys doing? Who is doing that growling? Nugget, is that you? That's Nugget. Nugget's visit was just routine. He just got his vaccine. But, everything else was fine. He's healthy. Everything checked out. Nothing really of note for his visit. Ow! Ow! Why are you biting me? Oh, he wants to come out. All right. I'm gonna head out. It sounds like Robin's in the hallway, so she's gonna be putting together a space for him. Sounds like he's ready to get out of his carrier. And I gotta try to sit up here. Okay, you guys. Nugget is confirmed feline. But he might have bat DNA. Okay, let me get up. All right. Are you helping?